That's loud. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. We will go ahead and get started. We can call the meeting to order at 6:32 p.m. Can you please call the roll?
Mrs. Hamilton?
Here.
Mrs. Rush?
Here.
Mrs. Travis?
Here.
Mrs. Egan?
Here.
Mrs. Crawford?
Here. If you're able, can you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So good evening to our students, families, staff, and members of our Twinsburg community. Thank you for being here and for your continued support of our schools. I would like to begin by recognizing our Students of the Month from R.B. Chamberlain Middle School and Samuel Bissell Elementary School. We are so proud of you and all that you represent. Your hard work, leadership, and character truly reflects the best of Twinsburg. I also want to acknowledge that we have officially wrapped up the third quarter of the school year. It's hard to believe how quickly the year is moving, and we look forward to a strong finish as we head into the final stretch and spring break. Tonight, I would like to recognize an important milestone for our district. The Board of Education has officially appointed Dr. Sandy Womack as the next superintendent of the Twinsburg City Schools, effective August 1st of this year. This was a very thoughtful and thorough process. We received 28 applications with the support of Finding Leaders. 15 candidates were screened and 6 were recommended to the board. The board interviewed 5 candidates, and from that group, 4 of those candidates moved forward to meet with our central office and administration team on Friday, March 6th. From there, the board identified 2 finalists, Shelly Montesino and Dr. Sandy Womack. On Tuesday, March 10th, both finalists participated in a full day of engagement. They met with the students, the classified and certified staff, and participated in a community town hall to gather feedback. That evening, the board conducted final interviews as well. And then on Thursday, March 12th, the board officially appointed Dr. Sandy Womack as our next superintendent. Dr. Womack brings extensive experience in educational leadership, a strong commitment to student success, and a proven track record of supporting diverse school communities and improving outcomes. We are confident in his leadership and are excited to welcome him to Twinsburg. I also want to share something that stood out to me during this process. Our students continue to impress me every time. Their questions were thoughtful, insightful, and honest. They are bright, capable, and wise beyond their years, and it makes me incredibly proud of them. At the same time, it is a reminder that as adults, we must continue to grow by listening, reflecting, and ensuring that every voice is valued, that work is ongoing, and it matters if we are truly committed to serving all students. Before I move on, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who played a role in this process, whether you attended a community focus group in October or November, participated in interviews, joined the town hall, or provided feedback as a staff member, student, or community member. Your voice did matter. We truly appreciate the time, thoughtfulness, and honesty you brought to this process. Your feedback helped guide to this important decision, and it reflects the strength of our Twinsburg community. I want to give an athletic update next. Our Twinsburg High School girls basketball team had a truly remarkable season, finishing in the top 8 in the state of Ohio in Division II. The Lady Tigers competed in the Elite 8 against Hoban, and the eventual state champions, and represented Twinsburg with incredible effort, determination, and class. We also celebrate some outstanding individual achievements. Taylor Dye reached 1,000 career points against Worcester, and Kayla Solera reached 1,000 career points in the following game against Massillon. In addition, head coach Spencer Genos was named Division II Coach of the Year, and assistant coach Mike Sweeney was named Assistant Coach of the Year. So congratulations to the Lady Tigers on a history-making season. So if we can give that up. Also wanted to recognize that 109 out of 169 winter student athletes earned the Suburban League Scholar Athlete Award, achieving a 3.5 GPA or higher. So we're incredibly proud of their commitment both academically and athletically. So if we can clap that up for them as well. Thank you. We also have several outstanding performances across our district. The Twinsburg High School Concert Band earned an excellent rating at the OME District Contest and represented Twinsburg with pride. And the Twinsburg High School Drama Club delivered an incredible performance of the all-great, all-American musical Disaster, showcasing the talent, creativity, and dedication of all our students. Congratulations to all our performers and student leaders. I also want to take a moment to thank everyone who helped make the Pancake Breakfast and Community Expo such a success this past weekend, from the PTA Carnival to the Chamber of Commerce, bringing their local businesses, to our music directors, student performers, staff, and volunteers. This was truly one of the most well-attended events we've had. Also, a special thanks to our student athletes and coaches who came out to support, including from the softball, baseball, and football teams. This event truly reflected the spirit of Twinsburg. Just a couple of reminders. In-school vaccine clinic will be on March 27th. That is with Akron Children's Hospital. They'll provide vaccinations for students in grades 4 through 12 during the school day. This is especially important for incoming 7th through 12th graders needing requirements, so you can register by March 19th for that. And then Coffee for a Cause is March 21st at Twinsburg Public Library. This event does support the Akron Children's Burn Unit and is a long-standing partnership that reflects generosity of our community. And then our Twinsburg Schools Foundation, they are hosting the Harlem Wizards fundraiser on April 11th. This feature event has the Harlem Wizards taking on Twinsburg staff and our community members, and the proceeds go directly back to the schools to support students in the classrooms. So if you're able to register, the information has been sent through Parent Square. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge that March 20th is a data day and also aligns with the celebration of Eid for many of our families. Eid marks the end of Ramadan, a month of fasting, prayer, reflection, and community. For those of the Muslim faith, it's a joyful time when families come together, share meals, give to charity, and celebrate. To our families and students who observe, we wish you a joyful and meaningful celebration. I also like to recognize that a student whose advocacy helped make this possible in our district. During the 22-23 school year, our high school student, Suba, brought forward the importance of recognizing this holiday. She conducted research, engaged in conversations with school leadership, and presented to the Board of Education. Because of her efforts, our district now recognizes this day so that students can celebrate with their families. This is a powerful example of student voice, leadership, and impact that we are incredibly proud of. Lastly, I just want to take a moment to address the earned income tax issue. There will be an update later this evening. It is important for our community to understand that this is completely separate from previous bond issues. This is not for new buildings or facilities. This is an operating levy which funds the day-to-day operations of our district, which includes paying for our teachers and staff, providing transportation and busing, supporting academic programs and student services, funding extracurricular activities, athletics, and student opportunities. Simply put, this is what allows our schools to function every single day and continue providing the level of education our students deserve. Without this type of funding, districts are often faced with difficult decisions that can impact these things. So we want to ensure our community has clear, accurate information and understands what this supports. I do want to thank you so much tonight for supporting our students, our staff, and our community. And that ends my report.
Thank you, President Crawford. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming. It's on, isn't it? We are going to begin by recognizing our students of the month. We are going to start with Bissell Elementary School, and Mr. Winter is back there. I'm going to ask him to come up and present. Before he begins, I want to thank all of you, whether you're a parent, you're a friend, you're a grandparent, family member, teacher, or staff member. Thank you very much for the support that you give our children. It's very much appreciated by me, and it's so often that we see these kids over and over again. Talking to someone in the hallway, I think this is their third time that they've been recognized as Student of the Month. So thank you for your support I greatly appreciate it, and I know the children do as well, so thank you. Mr. Winter, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Marlowe. Before we get started, we got some fabulous staff here, and they don't know this yet, but they're going to help out. So Miss Markham and Miss Springer, come on up. And we got a family affair here, so come on up, Bissell Family Affair. And as we're getting ready here, I just wanted to comment on what Mrs. Crawford had just said about April the 11th. We got the Harlem Wizards that are going to be here, and actually there was assemblies throughout the district today. And the kids had a great time, and they really enjoyed kind of hearing about the event. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of staff playing it. I'm playing in it. You know, you want to come out and see me because I do play above the rim. So I think you may not know it by how I look, but when I get on the court, I'm a very different person. So it should be a lot of fun. So we're going to recognize some fantastic students here tonight. And again, thank you all for being here. And we're going to go on and get started here. So you're going to help out here. Okay. And all right. So what we're going to do here is we're going to call some names. We're going to recognize some fabulous kiddos, and we're going to talk a little bit about each one. Okay. So we've got our Students of the Month from Samuel Bissell Elementary School, and we're going to go ahead and start with Kevin Adams from Mrs. Springer's class. All right, and Kevin, you're going to kind of be the model for everybody, so we want to make sure we got that certificate up. I know you want to see your handsome face there, but let's make sure everyone can see it as well, and we're going to take some pictures as well here. But hey, let's talk a little bit about Kevin here, folks. So Kevin is in Mrs. Springer's class right over there, and she had some wonderful things to say about you, Kevin. She said, Kevin always comes right into school and gets his work done immediately. His classwork is always completed with his best effort. He is always so helpful to all of his classmates and to his teacher, and he is kind to everyone. Congratulations, Kevin. From Mrs. Robles' class, Angelo Carciapolo. All right, a little bit about Angelo, folks. As I said, he's in Mrs. Robles' class, and she had some fantastic things to say about you. She said he does an excellent job each and every day, completes all of his work, many enrichment projects as well, shows his grit each and every day. He is very responsible and wants to achieve success. And not only is he a dedicated student, but he is a wonderful citizen of our classroom. Congratulations, Angelo. From Mrs. Springer's class, Kaylee Griffith. All right, Kaylee, a little bit about you. Mrs. Springer wrote, Kaylee, your classwork is always completed with your best effort. You are always helpful with all of your classmates as well. You are a great role model as to how everyone should act, and she is very, very proud of you. So congratulations, Kaylee. Also from Mrs. Springer's class, Cameron Hetzel. All right. Cameron could not be here with us this evening. I was hoping he could make it. But let's hear a little bit about Cameron. He also does fantastic work. He's a role model within the classroom. He also has a positive attitude. He's a hard worker, and he is kind to all of his classmates. Congratulations, Cameron. From Mrs. Robles' class, Mia Teague. All right, a little bit about Mia here, folks. She deserves this honor, Mrs. Robo writes, because she makes everyone smile. And in fact, her smile brightens up a room, Mrs. Roble says. She's an excellent role model in the class. She is very deserving of this because she always wants to achieve success. She shows her grit. And not only she's a dedicated student, but she is also a wonderful citizen in the classroom. Congratulations, Mia. All right, we're going to move on to third grade right now, starting with Harlow Chambers from Miss Markham's class. Harlow, come on up. All right, a little bit about Harlow, folks. As you see Miss Markham over there, Mrs. Markham had some wonderful things to say about you, Harlow. And she wrote, Harlow is a wonderful friend, great helper in the class, works hard to meet her academic goals. She's a wonderful student and continues to show her grit each and every day. I am proud of all of her hard work and dedication in the classroom. Congratulations, Harlow. Mira Patel from Mrs. LaQuatra's class. All right, a little bit about Mira here, folks. Miss LaQuatra writes, she is a wonderful example of what it means to be a kind, respectful, and hardworking student. She always comes to school with a positive attitude, participates in class, and helps others whenever she can. She was always ready to learn something new. I am so proud and glad that she is in my class this year. Congratulations, Mira. From Miss Markham's class, Chris Polak. All right, and Miss Markham writes about you, Chris. You are a dedicated student. You love to be challenged in the classroom, especially in the area of math. You're a great leader in the class and often help others with their work. You're a great friend, someone your friends can count on. And you continue to push yourself each and every day. And Miss Markham is so very proud and says, keep reaching for those stars. And from Miss LaQuatra's class, Jake Waltman. All right, a little bit about Jake, folks. Miss LaQuatra writes, Jake always comes to class ready to learn, always does his best work. He is kind to his peers, follows school's rules, and shows respect to his teachers and classmates. Jake strives to achieve, participates in class, and is a wonderful role model for his peers. Congratulations, Jake. All right, so at this time, boys and girls, if you want to put your certificates up, and folks, if you want to come close and get some pictures, and then can we? Okay. Oh yeah. If we guys, folks, yeah, if you guys can a little bit get squished together, scooch. All right, there you go. Awesome. I think we're. Oh yes, we're supposed to be in this way. Okay, of course. All right, once again, congratulations, students. And at this time, I'm going to ask Lisa Moore, who's the assistant principal over at R.B. Chamberlain, to come on up. She's got some fantastic students to recognize as well.
Thank you, Mr. Winter. Hello. Hi. All right, before we bring up the students of the week, just want to let you know a few things that are happening at RBC. We are starting our spring sports. We have baseball, softball, and we actually have 147 students on the track team. Everybody's on the track team, which we love. Good exercise. So we also have our drama club starting up. We have our big production every spring, so in May we'll look forward to seeing you guys out to our school play. Next month we have our annual dance that the PTA gives us, and the students are really looking forward to that. We just finished, as far as career awareness, we just finished 2 days of trips to CVCC. We take our 8th graders every year so they can see all of the outstanding programs that are available to them. So we just finished that up the last 2 days, so a lot of our 8th graders have a lot to think about right now. So we are ready to begin. We'll start with our 7th graders. Our 7th and 8th graders that are being presented today are representing our three expectations. Three expectations that we have: respect, responsibility, and right choices. So these students have done excellent jobs, and we want to congratulate them. Our first student of the month is Madeline Schultz. Here you go, Maddie. Congratulations. Maddie is one of the hardest working students in our current 7th grade class this year, according to her team of teachers. She takes pride in her work and is always kind and courteous toward her peers and teachers. Maddie is a joy to have in class and has a bright future ahead of her. Congratulations, Maddie. All right, our next student is Carter Roselle. Is Carter here? Carter is not with us today, but he has proven to be a responsible student who puts forth sincere effort. Carter is focused in class and is willing to continue working on assignments or studying until he completes his best work. Carter is respectful and collaborates well with other students. So Carter will get his tomorrow at school. Congratulations, Carter. Malia Howard. I'm sorry, Malia Reed. Is Malia here? Malia is not here. So Malia sets high standards for herself and works hard to achieve them. She consistently shows kindness and responsibility and is a great addition to all classrooms. So congratulations to Malia. She'll get hers tomorrow. And our last 7th grade student is Jonathan Cox. Jonathan, I don't know what happened to our students, but Johnny Cox is a wonderful role model who consistently demonstrates dedication to learning, kindness to peers, and a positive attitude in the classroom. So Johnny Cox will get his tomorrow. All right, let's see how we do with the 8th graders. First 8th grader is Annalisa Thornhill. All right. All right. Congratulations. All right. The blue team at RBC is proud to name Annalisa Thornhill as one of their students of the month. Annie is a hard-working student who consistently gives her best effort each day. Though she is quiet, she gets along well with her classmates and contributes positively to the classroom community. Annie is responsible and dependable. She always has her work completed and rarely needs to be reminded what to do because she takes initiative and stays on task. Her dedication and strong work ethic makes her very deserving of recognition of Student of the Month. Congratulations. Logan Waltman. Congratulations, Logan. I think this is the first time I've ever seen 2 brothers become Students of the Month. That's the same day, okay. The blue team is proud to name Logan as their Student of the Month. Logan is a student who consistently demonstrates diligence and a positive attitude in everything he does. He works hard, approaches each task with a curious mind, and is always eager to learn more. Logan gets along well with everyone and shows a natural ability to collaborate and work effectively with any classmate. He is respectful, dependable, and never complains, qualities that make him a wonderful example for others and a deserving Student of the Month. Good job, Logan. All right, our next student is Liara Mananayaka. I think I got it right. All right, come on up, Liara. Here you go. Congratulations. Liara is a very hardworking student who consistently completes her assignments on time. She is an active member of the class and regularly contributes thoughtful ideas during discussions. Liara is also very respectful and maintains positive interactions with both her peers and teachers. And this is from Ms. Sefarati, her Algebra 1 teacher. And Liara is also an excellent artist. All right. And last but not least, we have Jacob Gibson. Come on up, Jacob. Congratulations, Jacob. All right. Jacob is a hardworking student who consistently demonstrates a positive attitude and strong leadership in the classroom. He served as a role model to peers by staying focused, encouraging others, and always striving to do his best. Jacob also accepts constructive criticism with maturity and uses feedback to continue improving and growing. He is a fantastic representation of the Green Team as our Student of the Month. Good job, Jacob. Okay, picture time for RBC.
Congratulations again to all of you, and thank you again for your support. Congratulations. Congrats. I just have a couple other things before I turn it over to Julia for a little financial report, and then I'll talk about the earned income. As Mrs. Crawford said, I thought the Community Expo was awesome, and I can't thank all of those who provided their support, whether it's the kids or the PTA, Mrs. Gachenko. I mean, it was, I thought, first time I thought was really awesome. So I really appreciate everyone giving 110%. And especially Mrs. Farthing. I know I've been a pain for the last 2 or 3 months because me never a pain. Yeah, I was very nervous, but I thought it went very well. So I can't thank you enough, and I can't thank really our entire team. As Mrs. Crawford said, the Harlem Wizards are coming to town on April 11th, sponsored by our foundation. I encourage everyone to come to watch our staff play against the Wizards. So I think it'll be a great day. Again, that's the 11th. Spring break is starts March 27th through Monday, April 6th. Hopefully everyone has a great spring break. I also want to talk about the stadium renovation. I've heard things out there about, kind of what's going on with the stadium. I think people are a little bit confused on how that's being funded. The stadium is being renovated, new artificial surface and track, and those funds being used for that are permanent improvement funds. It's not general fund, it's permanent improvement fund. Our community has been very supportive of our permanent improvement levy, and the money that is being used for that stadium renovation is permanent improvement funds, not general funds. I want to be very clear on that, okay? The board approved that, I believe, in December, and those 2 projects at least are going to start in May. I don't know, Mr. Strickland, if you have anything else to add to that.
Yeah, no, thank you, and thank you, board, thank you, community. That always is important for us to talk about, and the stadium renovations is not a new idea. We've been talking about it for a couple of years now. When we were really leaning hard into the building project. The feedback that we got most from the community was that they do not want the stadium to move and renovate it where it stands. So that's what this is. The two primary components, obviously, are the track and the turf. The turf is over 10 years now and 10 years old now, and the track hasn't been resurfaced in over 20 years. So we have definitely got the lifespan out of it. Our stadium, as in any school community, very much functions as our sixth school building. We always have community groups, school groups in there, really 7 days a week. So we do try to make that building, that facility accessible to the entire community. So these repairs are very much needed from a safety standpoint. And one of the most important things, of course, is to underscore that it is permanent improvement funds. That's what these funds are there for. They're to improve infrastructure, capital projects. We'd love the community to know that when we do something like this of this scale, we use consortium-based labor materials, so everything is the best price in the state of Ohio that we can get. So we're cognizant of all of that. But yes, this is not an operating fund expense. These are not the same dollars that pay payroll or benefits or anything like that. So thank you for the opportunity to clarify that.
Thank you very much. And now I'd like to, Julia, if you'd like to talk a little bit about, you have some financial things before I talk about the earned income issue. Thanks, Julia.
Certainly. Yes, thank you. Good evening, board. And thank you to our audience. I would like to share some information that I went over in regards to basically trying to answer the question of what have we done in my time in the district in order to not be on this road to fiscal emergency. And so last Friday, I attended a first ever Northeast Regional meeting in Massillon, hosted by Ohio Association of School Business Officials. The meeting brought together area school district treasurers, county auditors, their office representatives, to provide an initial opportunity for collaboration and discussion regarding recent legislative changes impacting property tax administration. A significant portion of the discussion centered on the uncertainty and implementation challenges created by the legislation passed last December, which assigned new responsibilities to 88 county auditors across the state. So what they did is they split up the state in 4 regions. And so basically, quarter of the counties belong with one region, and they brought together many treasurers belonging to those certain counties in the region and the county representatives. We had large panels. We had like 14 auditors sitting and talking and basically sharing their experience or lack of with what's coming all of our way. The county auditors indicated that they will be meeting this week with the Department of Taxation to work toward developing guidance on the calculation methodologies that will be used for tax collections beginning this July. Most of the large legislation that have passed, these new laws take effect tomorrow, March 19th actually, and they're House Bill 129, 186, 309, and 335, and there are others. During the discussion, I had to speak up on behalf of our district because I'm sitting thinking, what is it that we could have done differently, or what else is there that we did not think of yet in order to keep us on the right track? So I have shared with them and provided some context regarding our financial measures that Twinsburg City School District has undertaken over the past 4 years to maintain fiscal stability. During this time, the district has completed a levy renewal in November 2022, a new money levy in November 2023, and we have operated under 2 fiscal precaution designations. In addition, we have implemented a retirement incentive program to save the district in the long run, and we discussed this over and over in the past that it's not saving us money in the first 3 years. It's a long run project. We have implemented direct reductions. In spring of 2023, we have reduced 36 full-time equivalent positions starting with fiscal year 24. Now, 11 of those positions were hired on a 1-year contract from ESSER money COVID funds, which I'd like to acknowledge. Yet 25 of those positions were other full-time positions in the district. This has reduced wages by about $1.7 million annually. We have implemented corner bus stops for about a $60,000 evaluated cost reduction annually. We have put in centralized purchasing for about $30,000 cost savings. Reduction of summer reading camp, beginning with the summer 2024, for about $35,000 cost reduction. Reduction in online tools of about $34,000. Reduction in extended contracts estimated to about $46,000. As of this fiscal year that we're in, we have reduced 5 more teacher positions through attrition to come to about $500,000 or so in cost reduction annually. We are currently undergoing a second round of staffing reductions starting next fiscal year. Reduction through attrition of 8.5 positions, another reduction of 11 positions. We are decreasing our purchase services estimated expenditures by about $410,000, that is this fiscal year, in about $85,000 in communication, consulting, and printing, $75,000 legal fees, and $250,000 subsidy that we're using to pay third-party education service center staff wages and benefits. We have gone after a threshold or catastrophic cost reimbursement starting in fiscal year 23, and we brought the district $277,435. In fiscal year 24, $286,226. In fiscal year 25, $377,654. That is a total of $941,315 only in threshold cost reimbursement that we went after. We have submitted for fuel state tax reimbursement, bringing us $17,410 in fiscal year 24 and $1,872 in fiscal year 25 for a total of $19,282. We have gone after numerous safety and tech grants. In fiscal year 23, we had earned the district $500,000 school safety grants, and $135,000 school management services grant for a total of $635,000. In fiscal year 24, we have gone after Attorney General school safety grant for $17,919 and Attorney General's tech link grant $30,000. School management services grant $9,757 for a total of $57,676 in fiscal year 24. And in fiscal year 25, we had 2 of those grants again for a total of $57,423. So our safety and tech grants total $750,099. We have gone after our miscellaneous other miscellaneous teacher and staff grants, totaling in the 3 years $245,188. So all these grant totals are $1,955,884. We have investment the district funds in the best possible way, and in fiscal year 23, we have earned $727,748. In 24, $1,186,255. In 25, $1,181,788. And to date this year, we are at $668,868 for a total in investment earnings only of $3,764,659. When we add that to the total of the other grants, we are at $5,720,543. Yet the district is on the ballot for May for unearned income tax levy. I would like to emphasize that the district has carefully evaluated and implemented numerous strategies to sustain educational programming while maintaining fiscal responsibility. One can argue that we have fiscal responsibility, yet I feel that we do because we are ongoing working on it. We are not in fiscal emergency. We are not in fiscal caution, as so many of our colleagues are. From one year to another, districts find out that they are having fiscal problems. We are aware of it. We have been ongoing working with a common goal to yet give the best that we can to our students. Our efforts are focused not only on maintaining academic instruction, but also on ensuring a stable and supportive learning environment that prepares students for future success and to be responsible and engaging citizens. Alongside its academic programs, the Twinsburg City School District continues to offer vital student support services, including mental health resources, occupational, physical, speech, and various therapy. It also provides a wide range of extracurricular opportunities that broaden students' perspectives, support their well-being, expose them to new possibilities, and help them develop collaboration skills, prepare them for the workforce and the life ahead. So we don't just educate students, we prepare them on all levels. And that's what I had to share tonight. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mrs. Rosnaya. With that, then I'd like to just go ahead and just kind of review the issue that's on the ballot in May. I have just a few slides. And we all know that it's a 1.25 earned income tax to generate approximately $12 million for the district. And earned income does not tax non-income earning residents. Only applies to earned income such as wages, salary, self-employment income. Mrs. Farthing gave me this, and I'm not very good at. I'm pressing the arrow. Thank you. This is a resident tax not paid by business or non-residents, unlike a municipal income tax. This is not a municipal income tax. And as of January 24, about 212 districts have this type of income tax. And if you read in the paper, there are many more that are going to be on in May. Again, this is not a property tax. This tax issue does not apply to retirement income, pensions, Social Security, unemployment, interest, dividends, or capital gains. This is not a property tax. Why an additional tax is necessary? Just a few things here. Maintain long-term fiscal responsibility, as Julia stated earlier. Offset lost public utility revenues. We know that we were at one point in time a district that relied heavily on TPP. Unfortunately, that source of revenue is gone, so we need to continue to offset that loss. Address steadily rising operating costs. Navigate the limitations imposed by House Bill 920. I think we've all heard about 920 and what 920 does. Sustain our programs currently. Maintain manageable class sizes and appropriate staffing, and protect our co-curricular and extracurricular student opportunities. And then just a few slides here on some expenditures per pupil. We have great districts around us, great districts, and you can see amongst the great districts, located in our vicinity, Twinsburg, per pupil expenditures per the 2025 CUP report, you find right on the OD's website. These numbers are taken right from that website. We spend $17,533, and you can see our great surrounding districts around us. We spend less than our surrounding districts. And again, they're great districts, and we spend less than the state average. And then just in terms of revenue per pupil, you can see, again, great districts, great districts that they have. Same sample, you can see that our revenue per pupil is $16,954. Again, this is the 2025 CUP report. And it's less than all the other districts that we have in this comparison, and less than the statewide average. People talk about, well, what about all the state money we get, right? And you can see since fiscal year 2020, our state revenue as a percentage has declined from 22% to 16.88%. And unfortunately, we are a district that has to rely on ourselves to generate revenue for our school district. And I say that as just a broad statement where, you can see there from this perspective, we do not receive a lot of revenue percentage from the state. And then this just shows our local districts, great districts, right? And you can see how we compare in terms of state revenue as a percentage. And again, this is all on the OD's website, and we're at 16.8%. And again, you can see the state average is 37. We're up where they consider us a high wealth district. We have to, kind of, like I said earlier, we have to take care of ourselves. Questions? No questions? Okay, thanks. I just have a couple other things. On tonight's agenda, just before there's a recommendation of a reduction of staff. I know those aren't easy, but as we know, as we navigate the financial situation, these recommendations will assist us in reducing our expenditures and a part of our ability to eliminate that FY28 deficit that was eliminated in our last forecast. That forecast had in the projections these reductions. So again, reductions aren't easy. We've been very upfront with our TEA, and I think we've been very collaboratively working together. And I appreciate Mr. Lipinski and his team. These aren't easy decisions, but we are reducing some positions, and recommendation is on tonight's agenda. In addition, we have the recall list as well attached to the agenda. And then another item that's on here, again, I want to emphasize, it's a permanent improvement recommendation for technology purposes that support the district's established device replacement and technology sustainability plan that's outlined in the curriculum and technology 5-year forecast. The recommendation is for laptops, for Chromebooks, and for panels. Our equipment is aging, and it's important for us to continue to replace it. And this is not a general fund expense, it's a permanent improvement expense. And again, we're very fortunate to have a permanent improvement fund, because I know there are districts around that don't. So those recommendations, I-8 through 11, are technology purchases. Again, they are part of the plan, and it's not general fund, it's permanent improvement funds. And I think other than that, I would like to, there's one recommendation. Mrs. Brindley is retiring, and I know I've missed a few over the last few board meetings, but I appreciate all that she's done over her 23 years. yeah, it's a catch-22 because as people retire, the plan, we may not have to reduce, so she came in, we were having our meeting and told us she was going to retire, and good for her, and it was good for someone else who we didn't have to put on our reduction list. So we appreciate all that Mrs. Brinley has done, and thank her for her 23 years here.
For your service, we appreciate it.
Yeah. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Okay, so getting into the treasury reports, number one, resolved that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the following meeting minutes: regular meeting of February 18th and March 4th, and special meetings of 18th, I'm adding the 18th in there, 24th, 25th, March 6th, and 10th as sent to the board under separate cover. There was 2 meetings on the 18th. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So moved by Mrs. Egan,
Second.
second by Mrs. Hamilton. Any discussion?
Mrs. Egan?
Yes.
Ms. Hamilton?
Yes.
Mrs. Rush?
Yes.
Mrs. Travis?
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford?
Thank you. Thanks for calling the roll, because I don't do that. Just making that clear. All right, 2, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the filing of a complaint for tax year 2025 on account of recent sale transfer of the property as provided in RC 5715.19. 3, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the filing of a complaint for tax year 2025 on account of a recent sale transfer of the property as provided in R.C. 5715.19. 4, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the filing of a complaint for tax year 2025 on account of a recent sale transfer of the property as provided in R.C. 5715.19. 5, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the filing of a complaint for tax year 2025 on account of a recent sale transfer of the property as provided in R.C. 5715.19. 6, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the filing of a complaint for tax year 2025 on account of a recent sale transfer of a property as provided in RC 5715.19. And 7, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the filing of a complaint for tax year 2025 on account of a recent sale transfer of the property as provided in RC 5715.19. And these properties are listed in the agenda. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So moved by Mrs. Travis.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Rush. Any discussion?
Mrs. Travis?
Yes.
Ms. Rush?
Yes.
Ms. Hamilton?
Yes.
Mrs. Egan?
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford?
Yes, and that passes 5-0. Action items, personnel. 1, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education accepts the certified staff recommendations detailed in the attached exhibit as per the dates, terms, and other applicable conditions specified pending satisfactory ORC background checks. 2, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education accepts the classified staff recommendations detailed in the attached exhibit as per the dates, terms, and other applicable conditions specified pending satisfactory ORC background checks. And 3, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education accepts the supplemental contract recommendations detailed in the attached exhibit as per the dates, terms, and other applicable conditions specified pending satisfactory ORC background checks and completion of all requirements for a pupil activity permit. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
So moved by Mrs. Egan,
Second.
second by Mrs. Hamilton. Any discussion?
Mrs. Egan?
Yes.
Ms. Hamilton?
Yes.
Ms. Rush?
Yes.
Mrs. Travis?
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford?
Yes, and that motion passes 5-0. Number 4, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education accepts the certified licensed personnel reductions in staff as detailed in the attached exhibit. And 5, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education accepts the certified licensed personnel recall list as detailed in the attached exhibit. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So moved by Mrs. Travis,
Second.
second by Mrs. Hamilton. Any discussion?
Mrs. Travis?
Yes.
Ms. Hamilton?
Yes.
Ms. Rush?
Yes.
Mrs. Egan?
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford?
Yes, and that passes 5-0. Action items, new business. 1, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the attached listing of media center items to be deleted from inventory. 2, resolve that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the second reading of the revised, new, and rescinded Board of Education policies as noted below. 3, resolved that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the proposal for overnight extended student trip for the varsity baseball team to travel to Destin, Florida for training and competitions against other schools on Sunday, March 29th, 2026, and returning on Saturday, April 4th, 2026. The trip will be fully paid by the Twinsburg Athletic Boosters baseball account. Documentation has been provided to the board under separate cover. 4, resolved that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the proposal for overnight extended student trip for the varsity and JV softball team to travel to the Ripken Complex in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee for training and competitions against other schools on Saturday, March 28th, 2026, and returning on Saturday, April 4th, 2026. This trip will be fully paid by the Twinsburg Athletic Boosters softball account. Documentation has been provided to the board under separate cover. 5, resolved that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the service agreement with Education Alternatives for one student to attend from March 12, 2026 through the remainder of the 25-26 school year. Per the documentation sent to the board under separate cover, the tuition cost is $14,400 and is a general fund expense. 6, resolved that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the agreement with the Stepping Stones Group for nursing services for one student for the remainder of the 25-26 school year per the documentation provided to the board under separate cover. This agreement is in place of the agreement previously approved on January 21st, 26 with PSI Associates LLC. The cost of services with Stepping Stones is $11,774 and is a general funds expense. 7, resolved that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the April board meeting dates of April 8th and April 22nd, 2026 as the regular meeting dates at the Twinsburg Government Center. The January 7, 2026 organizational meeting had approved April 1st and April 15, 2026 as the regular boarding meeting dates. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
So moved by Mrs. Hamilton, second by Mrs. Rush. Any discussion? Can you please call the roll?
Ms. Hamilton?
Yes.
Ms. Rush?
Yes.
Mrs. Travis?
Yes.
Mrs. Egan?
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford?
Yes, and that motion passes 5-0. 8, resolved that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the purchase agreement for 7 ViewSonic Viewboard interactive flat panel displays for Wilcox with CDW Government LLC for the terms and conditions set forth in the agreement as sent to the board under separate cover. This is a permanent improvement expense of $18,935. 9, resolved that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the purchase agreement for 2 ViewSonic Viewboard interactive flat panel displays for Bissell with CDW Government LLC per the terms and conditions set forth in the agreement as sent to the board under separate cover. This is a permanent improvement expense of $5,410. 10, resolved that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the purchase agreement for 200 Lavino 100E Chromebooks with CDW Government LLC for the terms and conditions set forth in the agreement as sent to the board under separate cover. This is a permanent improvement expense of $53,000. And 11, resolved that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the purchase agreement for 41 HP laptops with CDW Government LLC per the terms and conditions set forth in the agreement as sent to the board under separate cover. This is a permanent improvement expense of $40,549.41. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
So moved by Mrs. Rush.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Travis. Any discussion?
Ms. Rush?
Yes.
Mrs. Travis?
Yes.
Ms. Hamilton?
Yes.
Mrs. Egan?
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford?
Yes, and this passes 5-0. 12, resolved that the Twinsburg Board of Education approves the revised, new, and rescinded Board of Education policies noticed in 1 through 2 above. In I2 above. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
So moved by Mrs. Travis, second by Mrs. Rush. Any discussion?
Mrs. Travis?
Yes.
Ms. Rush?
Yes.
Ms. Hamilton?
Yes.
Mrs. Egan?
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford?
Yes, and that passes 5-0. Any miscellaneous?
I have something. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Mrs. Brindley for all of her years of service in the District of Twinsburg. And I wish her well. Au revoir, mon chéri, and I hope that Paris is at the top of your bucket list in your retirement. You will surely be missed. And also just a friendly reminder to everyone that the Guardians Camp is coming up the week of July the 13th. I know it feels like it's a long ways away, but it is not. And if you'd like additional information on that or how to sign up, please go to guardians.com. Thank you.
I might also like to congratulate Mrs. Brindley. You survived 3 Travis boys. You deserve a break and a wonderful vacation before you go off to Paris or wherever you're going to relax and enjoy. And I'd also like to Mrs. Crawford mentioned the concert band, but the symphony band also took superior ratings at the OMEA, the local area OMEA. 4 judges, all 4 judges gave them a rating of number 1, which is superior. This is their 5th year in a row. So April 24, I just checked on my, I don't use my phone with the meeting, but I did check on the phone to verify the date. Mr. Bonnet said it's April 24 and 25. So our symphonic band will be competing at the state level now with the OMEA competition. So congratulations to Mr. Bonnet's for that work, and the team of the symphonic band, phenomenal work. Congratulations.
And thanks again for everybody that helped with the pancake breakfast. That was it was a great, tremendous success. We're very happy that everybody was there, and thank you for all that helped. And wanted to wish everybody a happy, safe spring break. Yay!
I know, right? I also want to thank Mrs. Brindley. She was actually my son's teacher, so she really cared for the kids. She will be missed in the Twinsburg community, and happy spring break. And just remind parents, when they return back, there's going to be testing. So get them to bed early so they can get prepared for this testing. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, just again, I'll just say thank you again to Ms. Brindley. We appreciate all that you've done in our district. We thank you for your services. You will truly be missed. And then anyone on the list, we will truly miss you in our district as well. Thank you for your dedication to our district, and we hope we can find you future paths with your career. That is all I had. There is no need for an executive session tonight, so yay. So do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:34 p.m.?
Motion.
Moved by Mrs. Rush. Do I have a second? Second by Mrs. Egan. Any discussion?
No, not at all.
Ms. Rush,
Yes.
Mrs. Egan,
Yes.
Ms. Hamilton,
Yes.
Mrs. Travis,
Yes.
Mrs. Crawford.
Yes. That
And
passes
it is
5-0. We hope you
7:34.
have a good night. Thank you for joining us online or in person, and
Can
have
I
a
have
wonderful spring
adjournment?
break.
Adjournment first and second.
Huh?
What happened?
Adjourn.
Oh, it was Rush and Egan. Good night.